I couldn't find a single video for this. I found the entire performance. So I had to find where it started. And I don't know Phish that well. So imagine me coming in and it's all solos. Welcome back to another Deep Dive with Derek. I'm your host, Derek. Welcome to the channel, here with another Phish reaction. If you're new here, I'd like to personally welcome you to this channel. On this channel, I'm taking a look at artists that kind of slipped through my cracks. You know, I knew who some of these artists are, but for some reason, I just never got into them. Longtime Dave Matthews Band fan. You would think that Phish is the kind of thing that would be on my radar, and of course I knew of them, but never got into it. So I've been going on a Phish journey here. If this is the kind of thing you like, consider subscribing to go on this journey with me. If you've been here before, welcome back. Certainly glad you could be here with me. If this is something that you like, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that this is the kind of thing that you like to see. I'm doing this. This is the second time doing this. I'm checking out the studio version before checking out the live version, and I'm doing this in the same video. So I will have the start time if you want to jump forward to the live version. I'll put that here. The studio version is mostly for me because I kind of like to get a baseline of what it was this like when they were recording this. And then I go into the live version. So now in the live version, I've got a baseline understanding of what this song sort of is. Now, of course, with Phish, I've noticed, and you have all told me, they can go all kinds of different places, so I might not even know what kind of song it is or what song it is while they're in their jams. Sometimes the live version sounds nothing like the studio version. Sometimes it's very similar. But that's the kind of thing that I like. That's the kind of thing that I want to see. So, also, I don't like to monetize these channels. I think that paying with ads and paying with your attention is contributing to echo chambers, divisiveness, and of course, consumerism, because you're paying with your attention. I prefer to have a direct relationship with my audience. So if you want to support this channel, you can do so. You can buy me a beer. You can support me on Patreon. Check out those links in the description. But without further ado, let's jump into Stash by Phish off Picture of Nectar. I already like it.
From under my nails, I brush past a garden dependent on whales. The sloping companion, I cast down the ash, yanked on my tunic and dangled my stash. Zipping through the forest with a curling fleas to grow with them spindles, the mutant I seize. I capture the dread beast who falls to his knees and cries to his cohorts asleep in the trees.
Okay, so that song took a different turn. I wasn't expecting those lyrics, and then this is like, it's up here. It's like cinematic. It's like, reminds me of a choir.
shoot, you say, please don't do that. Control for smilers can't be bought. The solar garlic starts to rot. Was it for this my life I sought? Maybe so and maybe not. 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 Was it for...
I love the. I'm sure you music nerds can tell me there's an actual name for this, but when Trey sings it, and then there's background vocals that repeat what he says. Maybe so, maybe so. That's a really cool effect. Did I hear correctly? Were these words the cops showed up or something like that? And that got me thinking about stash. Is a stash of something that they're trying to sell? I couldn't catch those lyrics. I know many of you have said, stop trying to listen to the lyrics. Don't listen to the words. Don't interpret the lyrics. Just let it hit you. But this is where my brain goes, though.
This my life I saw it. Maybe so, maybe not. Control the smilers can't be bought. Maybe so, maybe not. The solar garlic starts to rot. Maybe so, maybe not. Was it for this my life I saw it? Maybe so, maybe not. Was it for this my life I saw it?
Now this really has this part has like a down south feel to it, doesn't it? Like it's taking me to, it reminds me of like New Mexico or Mexico even. Reminds me of Mexican music. Now I know there's some of you out there that say stop comparing Phish to other whatever, but there is a difference between this reminds me of and I'm comparing and contrasting these two things. I feel like I shouldn't have to say this, but if I take a big sniff of wine and I say, wow, this reminds me of fresh cut grass. So this takes me back to this one memory. This reminds me of my dad. In no way am I comparing this glass of wine to my dad. It's just, one thing reminding me of another thing doesn't mean that I think they're combining things. So if I say, I got to say this just because some of you are kind of bonkers. If I say this reminds me of Spanish music, Mexican music, that does not mean I'm comparing Phish to Mexican music. So just to close the door on some potential misunderstandings here. Nice. Well, this is a competitor now for my favorite Phish song. so far. Yeah, I think You Enjoy Myself is a competitor. Tweezer's probably a competitor. Actually, Bathtub Gin, but Stash now. So it's like neck and neck for what does Derek think is his favorite song so far. So I I don't know. I just loved that the background vocals. Maybe so, maybe not. Do 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 do. That was really cool. So I'm going to get into the live stuff here very shortly. Okay, let's get into a live version. We're going to check out Stash from July 8th, 1994, Great Woods Performing Arts Center, 94 Great Woods. I couldn't find a single video for this. I found the entire performance. So I had to find where it started. And I don't know Phish that well. So imagine me coming in and it's all solos and I have no idea where I'm going. But I think I found the start of Stash, and it looks like You Enjoy Myself is the song after this. So I should be able to know, because I just said that's one of my favorite songs. So I hopefully will be able to know when this song is done and the next one starts. So without further ado, let's get into live Stash. Let's get it. That kind of sounds like clapping, but again, it also doesn't sound like clapping, because they're not all clapping at the same time, if it is clapping. Anyway, it just feels like if it was a clap, everybody would be doing it at the same time, because Phish fans are into improv music and they would know the timing a little bit better, so it feels weird that they're not clapping at the same time. What is this? Is he wearing sunglasses at night? Like Corey Hart? Or is this 3D glasses? No, these are sunglasses. What was this? So that was a signal. They were using hand signals back then. I think many of you have told me that. So this is 94, so we're talking decades later. Now they just know from eye movement, and they've gotten so much better at their telepathic nature. But I caught that.
Brush past a gun, depending on whales. The sloping companion, I cast down the ash. Yanked on my tunic and dangle my stash. Zipping through the forest with the krill and fleas. To grow them spindles, the mute I seize. I capture the tread beast who falls to his knees and cries to his cohorts asleep in the trees.
they doing some kind of? I thought he looked a little robotic there. Are these two doing some kind of a choreograph thing like they do on the trampolines in Yem? Obviously not. Okay. Okay, so these claps. I might have figured this out. How big is Great Woods PEC? Great Woods Performing Arts Center. Is it possible that everybody is clapping at the same time, as I suspected? It's just that the sound waves take longer to get to this microphone. I think that's what's going on.
Hooked, I'm out at Grand Fish markets too. Police in the corner, gunning for you. Apple toast bed heated for a blanket rat. That's when they shoot you, say please don't do that. Control for smilers can't be bought. The soul of garlic starts to rot. Was it for this my life I saw it? Maybe so, maybe not. Maybe so, maybe not. Maybe so, maybe not.
He's just giggling. He loves this. I don't think he's ever lost that. I guess maybe they broke up. I don't know any of the history, but anytime I've seen him, he looks like he just loves being up here in front of the people.
Maybe so, maybe not. Was it for this my life I saw it? Maybe so, maybe not. Control for smilers can't be bought. Maybe so, maybe not. The solar garlic starts to rot. Maybe so, maybe not. Was it for this my life I saw it? Maybe so, maybe not. Was it for this my life I saw it?
Does he have something in his mouth too? Looks like an entire face. Or is it a microphone? Thanks for humoring. I wanted to see the yum start there. That that bit was cool at the end. I like that. You know, I said in the studio version that maybe so and maybe not. It's got this kind of mellow vibe to it, and that's kind of going parallel to that aggressive solo that Trey was hammering out at the end. which is really cool. Love this song. Now I have two questions. Tell me about Mr. Fishman and this dress that he wears. Underneath, is he just letting that all hang out as he's moving his feet around? I couldn't. I don't know. They had a couple of shots kind of up skirt there. That kind of was a little disturbing to me. But I'm more interested in this Page McConnell. He is hammering. He is hammering down on those keys. And I don't know enough about keyboards or pianos or whatever. So is he precise and also hammering? Or does he just want close enough? Like, I know kind of where I need my hands to hit. If they hit the key this way or that way, it's not going to matter. That's not what I'm going for. Or is it something else? But he's just laying into those things. Bam, 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 bam. So anyway, that was cool. Love it. Anything else I should check out? Let me know. And if you like this format, let me know. If you hated this format, also let me know. I'm excited and looking forward to continuing this Phish journey that I'm on.